Hey, hey, good looking, what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me?
Alright, hi guys. So, starting this week, I'm going to be doing a new thing. If you are friends with me on Facebook or follow us on Instagram, you've already heard about it. It's going to be called Tasty Tuesday. So every Tuesday, I will be posting a video of a recipe that I've done. It could be my own recipe. It could be one from Pinterest. Seriously? It could be one out of one of my cookbooks. It could be anything. Just a recipe, and I'm going to show you from start to end how to do it. So tonight is chicken drumsticks in the air fryer, mashed potatoes, and then the other things. This is Friday, and this is grocery week when I'm filming this. So grocery week's every 2 weeks. So at the end of those 2 weeks, it's kind of getting a little mix matched on what is available, you know, around that I can throw together. So I have half of a red onion, a package of mushrooms, and about half a package of spinach. I'm going to throw those together some way to make a side. And then I went to my pantry and I dug out a can of green beans and a can of corn, and those are going to be a side as well. When I cook, a lot of times when I cook green beans and corn, I just will put them in the same pot together, unless I'm, you know, doing some kind of special recipe with them. But if I'm just cooking them as a side, just a regular side, all I do is put a little bit of butter, salt, and pepper in them. So I just put them in the same pot together, and that keeps from using up 2 pots. So, first thing you want to do is you want to preheat your air fryer. I cook mine, every air fryer is different. I set mine on 390 degrees. Alright, so to the chicken, all I do is put salt, pepper, and I always make sure that I season both sides of my meat, no matter what it is, no matter how I'm cooking it. Alright, so my air fryer is ready. I'm going to pull you up here where you can see me putting it in. My air fryer is that right there. That right there. That's my air fryer. So I'm going to go over there and put the chicken in it. Always make sure you spray your air fryer too. Alright, so I set mine on 10 minutes to cook. After the 10 minutes, I will turn it over and check it. I've made these before, and I don't remember how long it took them to cook. I'm going to say, I'm thinking that maybe it was somewhere between 10 and 20 minutes. So I've done 10 minutes, and at the end of 10 minutes, I will go back and check and see if they're done. They probably won't be done, so I'll flip them and cook them for probably 5 to 10 more minutes, depending on what they look like. I'm going to get my potatoes ready. I've done scrubbed them. I don't peel my potatoes because I have carpal tunnel in my hand, especially my right hand, so it's just harder on my hands to peel them. That's one reason. And another reason is because the peeling and stuff's good for you, and it gives another flavor to the potatoes. And then I just cover those with water. And then I put them on the stove to cook. They'll probably take between 15-20 minutes to boil tender enough in order to mash them. Alright, now I'm going to put my beans and my corn in my pot to cook. Yeah, these are store-bought. I wish they weren't, but they are. And I do not drain my vegetables. Alright, so I put those in the pot. Put a little pepper. And I'm going to add some butter to them. Alright, so basically those you just warm them up. They're already cooked since they're canned vegetables. So those will be ready when everything else is ready. Alright, so I got some bacon that I need to use up. So I'm going to cook some of it in the skillet. And then I'm going to use that bacon grease to cook the mushrooms and the spinach. That'll give those good flavor, and the onion. So I'm not worried about how these are in here, because how the bacon strips are, it doesn't matter to me whether they get, twisted together or anything like that as they're cooking, because I'm just going to crumble them up when they're done, when they're cooled. And I'm going to add those in with the spinach and the onion and the mushrooms. Like I said, it's kind of a hodgepodge throw together, because this is grocery week, so I've just got odd and end stuff that I'm trying to use up, get out of here. While my bacon's cooking, I'm going to chop up my spinach, my half a red onion, and my mushrooms. Oh, that's my chicken. Let me go check it. Alright, so it's been 10 minutes. I'm gonna turn it over. You can see it's nowhere done, near done. Emma, watch where you going, baby. Alright, I'm going to set it for 10 more minutes. And then we'll see what it looks like. back to my mushrooms and my onions, or half an onion. So I'm just going to slice these. I do not run water over my mushrooms. I learned from watching Rachel Ray many years ago. She said, do not ever run water over your mushrooms because they are like sponges. They will soak up the water, and then that they won't, have no flavor to them. So if you absolutely want to, if your mushrooms are really dirty and you absolutely want to clean them, you can take a wet paper towel and wipe them off. Or not a wet paper towel, a damp paper towel, because you don't want the water. And the onion I'm just giving a rough chop to. And the spinach I'm not even going to chop. I'm just going to put it in there like it is because it'll cook down. Alright. Bless you. Alright guys, so I've added my mushrooms and my onions. My bacon is sitting over here on a paper plate with a paper towel cooling. And my mushrooms and my onion, half of it, red onion, is in. I just added those to the bacon grease. Also, one thing about mushrooms that I learned from Rachel Ray, I think she's the one, pretty sure she's the one that said, not when you're put them in there to cook, don't add salt to them right away. Something about adding the salt to them will cause them not to brown as well. So if don't add salt to them as soon as you put them in there, let them cook and brown a little bit, and then you can add your seasoning. Alright, so I'm going to let those cook, and then I will add the spinach to it and let it cook down. And so my potatoes are boiling, my beans and my corn is cooking away, and the chicken's in the air fryer cooking away. So when I start bringing it all together, I will bring you back. Alrighty, so got it all pulled together. And we've got air fryer chicken, green beans and corn, whole kernel corn, mashed potatoes, and then I'm going to call it bacon spinach saute. It's just kind of something I pulled together out of stuff that I had in the refrigerator that I needed to use up. So that's about 4 or 5 pieces of bacon that I fried up in the skillet, and then I cooked my mushrooms and my spinach and half of a red onion in the bacon grease. And then I added, I waited until I browned everything, and then I added the spinach at the end, and then I crumbled the bacon up over top. The chicken ended up cooking for 30 minutes in the air fryer, so you would do, what I would do next time is 15 minutes, and then flip it and do 15 more minutes. That's at 390 degrees. The corn and the green beans is just canned corn and canned green beans. I just put them in a pot, added a little bit of butter and some pepper, and heated them up. Mashed potatoes, you saw me chopping those up, and then when they're done, I drain them. I add I add butter and heavy whipping cream, salt, and pepper. You do not have to use heavy whipping cream if you do not want to. It's just what I do. You can use milk, and that way you don't have to use a mixer like I did. You can just use the regular old style potato masher. So that's supper tonight, and this, like I said, this is the first episode of Tasty Tuesday. Are you into the milk?
Yes.
We went and picked up more milk last night.
Good.
Is it really good?
It's really good.
You haven't had raw milk. Obviously, he recommends it. He's done drunk almost a half a gallon since last night, and it was late last night when we went and picked it up. So, all right, guys. Until the next one.
Now it's time to say goodbye to Jed and all his kin. They would like to thank you folks for kindly dropping in. You're all invited back next week to this locality to have a heaping helping of their hospitality. Hillbilly, that is. Set a spell. Take your shoes off. Y'all come back now. Here.